How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's Nottingham Forest here, taking on Manchester United in the Carabao Cup semi-final. How are we all doing? Are we ready here on Couch Sports Football? We'll miss first half. Don't worry about it, Dickster. It's all good. Watching the Xbox Dev Direct. Ooh, I'm gonna watch a reaction to that later on, probably tomorrow. How are we all doing? Welcome to the stream. Let's transition over to the game. Live here on Cal Sports Football, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day as the players are getting ready here on Cal Sports Football. Led out by that man Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United. Do you know about it? I know what the Xbox Dev Direct is. It's when it's exclusive to Xbox. So these are games that some games will be exclusive for Xbox. Some games will be heavily advertised under Xbox, but they will be available on other platforms. So I know about it. I like my games. I like my games. I like my consoles. Ooh, that's a bit small. Ladies and gentlemen, here live on Car Sports Football. As an Xbox and PC owner, this is an important one. It is. It is. It lets you know what to look out for in 2023. But besides that, let's give you the Nottingham Forest team news. Hennessy in goal. Serge Aurier, Worrell, McKenna and Lodi. Danilo, Freuler and Scarpa. Morgan Gibbs White, Brennan Johnson and Surridge plays up top. Cook, Mangala, Williams, Colback, Lingard, O'Brien and Dennis are on the bench. Let's give you the Manchester United team news. David De Gea is in goal. Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Martinez, Malacia, Rashford, Ericsson, Fernandes, Casemiro, Anthony, and Weghorst leading the line. Interested in Starfield and Refall in particular. Redfall. I've heard a lot about Starfield. And a lot of people are waiting on that. So there's big expectations for Starfield. We'll have to wait and see. But here we go. The players are getting ready here on Cal Sports Football. Nottingham Forest in their red kit. Manchester United in their white kit here. The referees there just getting ready. The players having their last minute team talks on the pitch. And then we're going to hear the Nottingham Forest tune. Also, God of War Ragnarok due to release on PC this year. Wow. Last of Us is going to be releasing on PC as well this year, isn't it? In March. Last of Us are releasing in March as well this year. Well, it's rumored to be March. There's going to be a moment of silence here for Holocaust Memorial Day. That's today. I never knew. I've never heard of that. 31 years of age. I've never heard of the Holocaust Memorial Day. Never. That's the first time I've ever heard of it. I have. Wow. That's surprising, because the Prince Harry incident. Prince Harry incident? Which incident's that? Nottingham Forest fans here singing their song. Nottingham Forest, European champions. The Nazi uniform one. Okay, okay. Nottingham Forest were the highest of the highs all those years ago in Europe, winning 2 European trophies. That's what the Stars represent, ladies and gentlemen. 2 European time champions. Nottingham Forest had to go down before it got better, and they're back in the limelight. Manchester United to start the game here from right to left. Nottingham Forest from left to right here on Cal Sports Football. How are we all doing? Welcome to the stream, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Where are we all from and who do we support? Are we Nottingham Forest fans? Are we Manchester United fans? Or are we just fans of football? With Ericsson there with a ball in behind, but it's all the way back to the keeper by Worrell. And Hennessy hits it high up into the air towards Morgan Gibb White. Martinez jumps up against Morgan Gibbs White, and he wins the free kick. And Manchester United restart from the halfway line. Bruno Fernandes goes out wide to Anthony. Anthony holds onto the ball here, bringing the ball central, short to Christian Eriksen. Eriksen returns it back to Anthony, who has time to turn. Gets away from Danilo. But it's intercepted there by Nottingham Forest, and Morgan Gibbs White couldn't come away with it. Anyway, going to watch the Dev Direct. Starts in 2 minutes. Take it easy. Digster, keep me updated. And I'll see you soon. Malacia now with the ball here for Manchester United. Down the left side, feeds it into Marcus Rashford. 1-on-1 against Sergio Aurier. Tries to go around the inside. Now the outside, back in on the inside. He goes backwards, but his pass is in between Malacia and Christian Eriksen. And Nottingham Forest come away with the ball with Sergio Aurier. Tries to feed the ball over the top towards Surridge, but it's intercepted there by Lindelof, and Casemiro comes away with the ball. Aaron Wan-Bissaka here on the right side goes into Anthony on the touchline. Anthony 1-on-1 against the defender. Brings it central. Tries to feed it over the top there towards Bruno Fernandes, but Worrell is there, but Worrell can't get away from the ball. Bruno Fernandes wins it back here across the middle. And Bruno Fernandes had a lot more time than he thought he did. And he just smashed it through the middle, but it's cleared away by Nottingham Forest. And it falls to Casemiro. Out to the right side towards Anthony. Anthony into Bruno, back to Anthony, into Christian Eriksen, who takes on the turn. He's got Malacia down the center side, but he goes further to Rashford. Rashford 1-1 against Aurier. Back post towards Weghorst. But it's over here, and it goes out for a goal kick here on the left side. Manchester United 0, Nottingham Forest 0 here on Cal Sports Football. How are we all doing? Nottingham Forest clear the ball down the line, but it goes out for a throwing. Serge Aurier steps over to take the throwing here on the right side. Forest 0, Manchester United 0. Serge Aurier now with a throwing in towards Morgan Gibbs White, but it's headed away. Comes out to the right side towards Surridge, who can't keep it in play, and it goes out for a Manchester United throwing. Malacia now to take the throwing here. No Luke Shaw to say. Malacia playing left back for Manchester United. No Varane today. Lindelof comes into the team. Martinez into Malacia. Tries to switch it out wide. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka is forced to run it down against Scarpa. And he plays a 1-2 with Anthony. Anthony now on the ball here. Lays it into the path of Lindelof. Out wide to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Anthony makes a run in behind, but it goes into Casemiro. Casemiro in behind to Anthony. But it's just ahead of Anthony, and Danilo comes away with the ball, and he goes all the way back to the keeper here. Hennessy goes short to Danilo. Clears the ball high up into the air towards Surridge. Lindelof wins the header. And Manchester United win the ball back, but Scarpa is brought to have been brought down by Weghorst. It's a free kick here for Nottingham Forest on the left side. 4 minutes play. Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester United 0 here on Cal Sports Football. Serge Aurier comes backwards to Worrell. Worrell into Hennessy. Hennessy holds onto the ball here in his own box. Weghorst applying a bit of pressure, but he manages to go out to that left-hand side towards Lodi. Lodi holds onto the ball and he's forced backwards to McKenna. And McKenna comes all the way back to the keeper here. Hennessy on his left-hand side on the 6-yard box. Hits the ball high up into the air. Headed on by Martinez into the path of Malacia. Brennan Johnson is there. Malacia keeps it in play and goes backwards to Martinez. Does it? I thought he kept it in play, but referee deems to have thought he had gone out for a throwing. Aurier to take the throw. Goes into Morgan Gibbs wide, but it goes out for a Manchester United throwing taken quickly by Malacia into Martinez. Into Casemiro, who takes on the turn. And he goes out to the left-hand side towards Marcus Rashford, who has time to put his head up. And he sees acres of space down his left-hand side. And he drives with the ball here. He gets away from Worrell into the box here. Marcus Rashford. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is far too easy, Marcus Rashford. What is he doing there? He runs past them like they're not even there. What is going on? Nottingham Forest players try and double up. Mate, the way you were defending, you needed about 4 or 5 there. He runs through them like they're not there. Worrell and, I think it was Worrell and Aurier there tracking back. Neither of them get anywhere near it. Get nowhere near him. They get nowhere near him, and he puts it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 here on Cal Sports Football. Lindelof now on the ball here on the right side for Manchester United. Out to Malacia on the halfway line, who has time to turn short into Christian Eriksen. Returns it back to Malacia. And Malacia goes all the way back to Lindelof. Lindelof comes away with a ball first time into Christian Eriksen, who takes on the turn and lays it into the path of Bruno Fernandes on the centre circle. Away to Anthony here, 1-on-1 against Lodi. He's left foot. Oh, and it's just wide off the post, and it goes out for a goal kick here. Forest nil, Manchester United 1 here on Cal Sports Football. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing? Welcome to the stream. Marcus Rashford there with a goal in the 6th minute here. And he runs past the players like they're not even there. Manchester United have a free kick down the right side. Do Nottingham Forest have it in them to get themselves back into this game? Malacia goes short into Bruno, but his pass to Malacia's a short one, and Morgan Gibbs White is there. And it goes out for a throwing here down the right side. It's just Minecraft Legends at the moment. I've never played any other Minecraft game. I've played Minecraft, but I've not played the Minecraft game that came out, the story one, the Minecraft Legends, Minecraft Dungeons. Is that one? There was something similar that came out. Seems like I might play it, but don't get me wrong. Yeah, Dungeons, that's the one. Don't get me wrong, I love Minecraft. I love Minecraft. It's like the new Lego. Ball power to that left-hand side by Hennessy into Lodi. Lodi holds onto the ball here. And he's forced to go backwards to McKenna. Weghorst comes over. And he goes short into Hennessy. Hennessy clears the ball high up into the air, in towards Brennan Johnson, who flicks it into the path of Surridge, but Malacia is there. And he goes all the way back to the keeper. Story mode was sick. I had it on 360 and the Switch. I'll be honest with you, I saw some gameplay of it, but it wasn't for me. It definitely wasn't for me. Here we go with Manchester United trying to come out their own half with Casemiro, but his pass is straight into Danilo. In towards Sturridge on the left-hand side. He puts it across the middle, but Lindelof is there. And he forces the corner here on this left-hand side. Will be on Game Pass too. Ooh. You know, I have a guy at work that's trying so hard to get me to purchase an Xbox. Morgan Gibbs White to take a corner here on the left-hand side for Nottingham Forest. They have conceded earlier in the game, but can they equalize early in the game and give their fans at the City ground something to shout about? 10 minutes into the game, Nottingham Forest have a corner here. Morgan Gibbs White takes it short. Out to the center side towards Scarpa. But it's cleared away, but it only falls to Aurier. Martinez is there. And Rashford finds Weghorst. And he also holds onto the ball here. Out to the center side towards Marcus Rashford. Danilo tracking back and Rashford holds onto it. Goes all the way back to Malacia. Malacia first time in towards Ericsson. Bruno takes on the turn. Bruno out wide to Anthony. Wan-Bissaka's up front. Anthony comes backwards to Bruno. In behind to Christian Eriksen. Holds onto the ball in the box. Digs it in towards Weghorst. But it's intercepted. And it falls to Morgan Gibbs White here on the left-hand side. Back to Aurier. Back heel to Worrell. And Worrell goes all the way back to the keeper, Hennessy. Purchase is a fancy word for you. What are you on about, Digster? What are you on about? Bruno now with the ball here. Tries to feed him behind to Weghorst, but Danilo is there and it goes out for a corner. Sorry, for throwing here. Down that right side, Forza, man. Forza is like YOLO's generation of Gran Turismo. When Gran Turismo came out when I was young, everyone went apeshit over it. Everyone went apeshit over it as Danilo feeds the ball over towards Sturridge. But Martinez is tracking back. And he goes all the way back to the keeper here, David De Gea. Lindelof back to Martinez on the edge, in his own box. And he finds Christian Eriksen on the edge of his own box and he brings the ball forward. Out to this left side towards Malacia. Malacia now bringing the ball forward. Out to this left side towards Rashford. Rashford returns it back. The graphics look so real. Forza looks brilliant. Forza looks brilliant. Forza has always gone to the max capacity of a console. They've always done that. Every single Forza comes out and does that. Christian Eriksen. Backwards to Lindelof. Lindelof on the right side. Short to Christian Eriksen, who goes out wide to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Scarpa comes over to cover, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka finds Anthony, and Anthony holds the ball up here 12 minutes into the game. Backwards to Christian Eriksen. Lays it into the path of Malacia. Malacia has Rashford down his left-hand side. Back to Malacia, leaves it to Christian Eriksen. Eriksen bringing the ball forward, goes short to Malacia. Malacia digs the ball into the box, but it's headed away by Worrell. And Aurier will head it into the path of Freuler, and he'll clear it down the line. Intercepted by Malacia. Christian Eriksen leaves it to Casemiro. Eriksen. Nottingham Forest struggling to get themselves into this game here. Martinez. Backwards to Lindelof on the centre circle. Lindelof now. Short to Christian Eriksen on the centre circle out to this left-hand side. Rashford. First time into Weghorst, into Bruno. Out wide to Anthony. Anthony's got space here. 1-on-1 against Lodi. Left foot. Wide. "13 minutes into the game. Nottingham Forest now with McKenna on this left-hand side. Goes backwards to Hennessy on the edge of his 6-yard box. 13 minutes into the game. Including first South African track. Ooh. South African representation. Casemiro first time into Bruno. Bruno back to Malacia. Returns it back to Bruno. But Christian Eriksen's not on the same wavelength as Serge Aurier comes away with the ball. And it's Morgan Gibbs White now bringing the ball forward. Lodi's free down that left-hand side and he finds it, but it's ahead of him. Lodi will keep it in play here. And he goes all the way back to Scarpa, but Anthony wins the ball back and Anthony now has the ball on the touchline. Bringing the ball forward into the Nottingham Forest half. Out to the center side towards Malacia. Malacia holds onto the ball out to Rashford. Rashford holds onto the ball here. Goes into Weghorst, but Warren is there. He goes all the way back to Hennessy, and Hennessy clears it down the line. Only for Lindelof to pick the ball up on the centre circle. First time into Christian Eriksen. Eriksen sees Bruno make the run in behind, but it's overhit. Goes out for a goal kick on this left-hand side. You can't play it because you have PlayStation only, lol. You know what? It's one of those. It's one of those games where you have to put hours into it to play it. Like you have to keep playing it to get, to unlock the next thing and unlock this and do that and do this. And it's just not for me. I can see why people love it. I can see why people love it. It is what it is. I'm just simple, man. Give me a campaign. Give me a story mode campaign where I can just lose myself. And I love it. Like, I wanted to play Forspoken, but not heard good things. And I don't want to spend, not nowadays, not with the way the prices are for games. I don't want to spend money on it. Bruno Fernandes is there and he clears it out for a throwing here. Forza Motorsport now. Forza Motorsport. Oh, they're doing a motorcycle one. Victor Lindelof. Backwards to Martinez. And Martinez goes back to Lindelof here. Oh, now still cars. Okay. Lindelof now. Back to Martinez. Martinez holds onto the ball here. Returns it back to Lindelof. Manchester United just moving the ball about here. And he goes short into Christian Eriksen. Backwards to Martinez. Out to the left side. Malacia. Over the top towards Rashford. But Aurier is there. It falls to Warren. And he goes all back to Hennessy. And Hennessy clears it out. Martinez battling out against Surridge. No free kick given. Malacia goes back to Martinez. Christian Eriksen being held up by Surridge. And he goes backwards to Malacia. Into Eriksen here down this touchline. First time into Casemiro. Casemiro does well to just shrug him off the ball. Christian Eriksen into Bruno Fernandes, who takes another turn out to the left side towards Rashford. Rashford 1-1 against Aurier. Into the middle there finds Eriksen. Eriksen has Aaron Wan-Bissaka down the right side. Can he get there ahead of Lodi? Yes, he does. He holds on to the ball here. And it goes back to Christian Eriksen. No release date. Ooh. Aaron Wan-Bissaka loses the ball and Scarpa's brought down. Free kick Nottingham Forest. Clayton there in the chat. Well, remember the Gov Club that me and that other user were talking about 2-3 weeks ago? Yes, Saud. The final was played last week. Yeah, he mentioned it was Iraq have won it. Iraq against, if I recall correctly, let me remember. I can't remember who the Oman, was it Oman? Iraq against Oman, I think it was. Bruno comes backwards to Casemiro on the centre circle. Out to the right side towards Wan-Bissaka. How are you doing, Clayton? Welcome to the stream. Casemiro into Anthony. Makes his way all the way back to Lindelof on the centre circle. Martinez. Out to the left side towards Malacia. Malacia lays it into Rashford. First time into Eriksen. Backwards to Malacia on the halfway line. And he tries to feed it back to Martinez, but Brennan Johnson is there. And it goes backwards to David De Gea. First time into Lindelof, out wide to Malacia. And he goes backwards to Martinez. Manchester United just moving the ball about here. I don't know what this game is. It's like a Japanese type fighting game. Ooh. Oh, is it? Is it? Let me tell you. Let me see what it's called. Is it called Sifu by any chance? Is it called Sifu? Does it look like the guy's aging every time he dies? Here we go with Aurier. Feeds it into Brennan Johnson. Goes out wide, but it's intercepted there by Martinez. Martinez loses it to Brennan Johnson, and he holds onto the ball here down the right side, but he's surrounded by Manchester United players, and it goes out for a throwing. Hi-fi rush. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Iran versus Oman was crazy in extra time. Did it go to extra time? What score did it finish? Clayton Sow didn't mention the scoreline. He just said Iraq won it. It comes off Martinez and it goes up for a Nottingham Forest corner down the right side. 19 minutes into the game, Nottingham Forest nil, Manchester United 1, courtesy of a goal by Marcus Rashford. Nottingham Forest showing him the red carpet. Scarpa stepping over to take the corner here down the right side. It's like music and fighting. Ooh. Scarpa now. Long kick into the box, but it's headed away. Danilo will try and get it, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka is there. That goes out for the Nottingham Forest throwing. Iran won 3-2 in the 122nd minute. Wow. Google it, you'll get more than my waffling. Nah, I'm cool, Dixter. I like you keeping me up to date whilst I'm commentating on the football. Here we go with Worrell on the centre circle. Goes backwards to McKenna on the halfway line. Out to that left-hand side towards Freuler. Danilo. Plays it back to Freuler. Morgan Gibbs White. Out wide to Scarpa. Scarpa tries to cut it on the left foot, but Casemiro is there. And Rashford comes away with the ball, and he gets away from Worrell, and he drives with the ball down the left-hand side, and Worrell is just chasing shadows here. Tries to feed him behind to Malacia, but Serge Aurier is there. And he gets the free kick here on the left-hand side. 20 minutes played. Nottingham Forest nil, Manchester United 1. Hennessy now to restart the game from the free kick. 21 minutes played. But 3 minutes earlier, Oman scored an equalizer to make it 2-2. Could have gone to penalties. Do you know the last time a non-Premier League team won the League Cup? Was it Birmingham against Arsenal? Here we go with a throwing here for Nottingham Forest. But Rashford is there. Malacia is there. It falls to Martinez. Comes off. Morgan gives wide, but it falls to Anthony. Back heel to Bruno. Over the top towards Rashford down his left-hand side. Rashford can he keep it in play? Yes, he does. Worrell is tracking back here. 1-on-1 against Rashford. Onto the edge towards Bruno, but it's intercepted there by Danilo. And he cleans away to Morgan Gibbs White, who puts his head up here. It's 3-on-2 for Nottingham Forest. Surridge is free to his left. Lindelof is there. Surridge with a shot. Surridge equalises here for Nottingham Forest on Cow Sports Football. Wow, Nottingham Forest equalised. They found themselves 3-on-2. Rashford's pass to Bruno was intercepted and Nottingham Forest come away. And Morgan Gibbs White just sees two men in front of him. He's got Surridge to his left, Brennan Johnson to his right. And he just drives in the ball, Morgan Gibbs White, and sees Surridge here on that left-hand side who's onside. And he puts it first time into the back of the net to make it 1-1. Now they are checking for offside here. He does look slightly offside. He does look slightly offside. Slightly offside. He's gone too early there. Oh, he's offside. Oh, he's just gone off. He's just gone. Oh, unfortunate lad. Surridge has never run as fast as that in his life. He's gonna hate himself. Oh, bless him. That's the fastest Surridge has won in his entire life. Forest nil, Manchester United 1. Feel bad, Dixter. You're right. Manchester United wake up call there. Every United fan will breathe a sigh of relief. Martinez now. But that has given Nottingham Forest fans something to get up about. They need to make the City ground a fortress. They need to make Manchester United realise they're playing at Nottingham. You saw what happened to Manchester United when they played against Arsenal at you saw what Manchester United did at the Emirates with Arsenal. The stadium became so loud, and then the players reacted to that, and Manchester United buckled. You actually have fun because every time you say a goal, I turn over to see the replay. Hennessy now on the 6-yard box here on this left-hand side. Clears the ball down the line. Headed on by Sergio Aurier, but it goes out for the throwing here on the right side. It's out tonight. What, Haifu? Malacia goes into Ericsson. Clears the ball down the line, but Sergio Aurier is there. And he finds Danilo. First time into Froyle on the halfway line. Into Surridge. Nottingham Forest have a skip in their step. Here we go with Scarpa down the left-hand side. Whips the ball into the box, but and it falls to Brennan Johnson. Morgan Gibbs wide, but Manchester United managed to get there, but it goes out for a corner. This chat is limbs right now. Manchester United just need to settle down here. 25 minutes played. Corner here for Nottingham Forest on that left-hand side. They've had a goal disallowed. Can they make a goal count here? Because they are on top of Manchester United right now. Ball went into the box by Morgan Gibbs wide. De Gea with the punch away. Scarpa's there. And De Gea's forced into another save here. Scarpa with a volley. What are the people talking about on Twitch as I'm confused? Clayton, they're talking about Digster is watching the Xbox Direct. So he's keeping me up to date about that. And apparently there's a game coming out called Haifu, based around music and fighting. Lodging out the ball here in the Manchester United half. Goes out to the left-hand side towards Freuler, but it's intercepted there by Bruno. Ericsson into Casemiro. First time into Bruno. Takes on the turn. Anthony makes it in behind. So is Rashford. Rashford's on that right-hand side. He holds the ball up here. 1-on-1 against Lodi. Across the middle, but Danilo's there. And it goes out for a corner. Now it's Elder Scrolls Online. Can I just turn it off now, lol? Are you not an Elder Scrolls fan? Are you not into all that? Don't care about Elder Scrolls. Here we go, the corner for Manchester United. 27 minutes played. Forest 0, Manchester United 1. Manchester United have a corner. Nottingham Forest have woken up with that disallowed goal. The last thing they're gonna want to do is concede from this corner. Bruno Fernandes gets on the corner, but it's cleared away and it falls to Scarpa. Tries to clear the ball down the line into the pass of Morgan Gibbs. Brennan Johnson, who gets there ahead of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Danilo's free down the center side and he just didn't put his head up. What is Brennan Johnson doing? He doesn't put his head up there. Put your head up, young lad. Danilo is there. You just have to square it into him. And he makes it 1-1, but he goes for goal. What is he doing? Brennan Johnson is greedy, though. I've noticed that about him. He is a very greedy player. Manchester United need to be careful here. They might have gone a goal up, but Nottingham Forest have woken up here. Misplaced pass there by Manchester United. Danilo comes away with the ball on the centre circle. Intercepted there by Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes takes the ball away. Wide to Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the centre circle. Casemiro into Bruno. Bruno out to the left side towards Malacia. Backwards to Christian Eriksen. Out to Malacia. Backwards to Martinez on the halfway line. And he goes into Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen bringing the ball forward into Weghorst. Back to Eriksen. Into Anthony. Back to Eriksen. Eriksen holds onto the ball. And he's forced to go backwards. And it's Casemiro now on the centre circle. Martinez on the left-hand side. Tries to feed it in towards Rashford. Rashford 1-1 against Aurier. Comes backwards to Malacia. Malacia goes back to Lindelof here on the right side. Lindelof now goes short to Christian Eriksen on the centre circle. Sees Anthony make the running behind, but it goes into Bruno out wide to Lindelof. Lindelof, sorry, Aaron Wan-Bissaka comes backwards to Lindelof. Eriksen into Casemiro on the centre circle. Into Martinez. Martinez into Lindelof on the centre circle. Out wide to Christian Eriksen on the halfway line. Holds onto the ball. Anthony is through his right, but he goes into Weghorst. Casemiro out to the left hand side towards Rashford. Manchester United just moving the ball about here. 1-on-1 against Aurier. Goes round the outside. Cuts back in on his right foot. Goes backwards to Malacia. Malacia takes it off his feet. But he's forced to go backwards again and he slips here. But he manages to find a pass to Lindelof on the halfway line. Christian Eriksen on the ball. Bringing the ball forward here. Tries to feed in behind, but it's intercepted. Anthony is there. Morgan gives one. Malacia can't get the head of Weghorst. And it's cleared away. How was your day at work? It was good, you know. We're coming up to the month end, so that's when all sales need to be processed. So wow, Brennan Johnson. Oh my days, he did the hard part. He went past like 2 or 3 players and he takes the shot and it's gone high. But yeah, it's coming up to month end, so he's getting busy. Busy month end. But I'm all cool, I'm fine. I ain't worried about anything. I get it done easy, 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 easy. Football Manager 2023 coming to PS5 on the 1st of February after being taken off the store initially. I don't know why it did, but I know it was Sony's fault. Ooh, Clayton there. Forest nil, Manchester United 1. David Johnson, 167 appearances, 50 plus goals for Nottingham Forest. Martinez into Christian Eriksen, backwards to Malacia. Also, they're not watching, they're showing on their so-called bid game. Oh, it's Redfall. Redfall. Martinez into Lindelof here on the right side. Lindelof bringing the ball forward here for Manchester United into the Nottingham Forest half. Goes into Anthony. Anthony holds the ball up here. Loddy's forcing him to go backwards into Eriksen on the centre circle who holds the ball. Anthony bringing the ball forward here. Into Weghorst. Bruno. Back to Anthony. Beautiful. Oh, and what a save by Hennessy. What a save by Hennessy. Morgan gives wide with the clearance. Surridge is there, but it falls to Martinez and Casemiro finds Eriksen. I need to mute you to listen. Eriksen now on the halfway line. Weghorst on the centre circle. Backwards to Martinez. Short to Lindelof. Lindelof goes into Eriksen on the centre circle. Nottingham Forest come away the ball here with Diallo on the left hand side. Tries to feed it in behind to Morgan gives wide. Lindelof comes over to cover. Danilo is on the edge of the box here. He brings it onto his right foot, takes the shot, but it's blocked by Casemiro. Claims for a handball. But it goes out to Anthony on the right hand side. We'll have to wait and see if it does go for a handball. Anthony to Wan-Bissaka. Tries to go out wide. But it goes out for a throwing here on that left hand side. Forest still Manchester United 1. Nottingham Forest are making Manchester United work for this game. I'm going to play that on my phone with Manchester United. I'm going to get some suggestions for signing. Realistic signings only. It's made by the same studio as Deathloop. Ooh, interesting. Serge Aurier now the ball here on the shot hand side. Goes backwards to Worrell. Worrell into McKenna on the centre circle, who goes backwards to... Sorry, McKenna. Freuler goes back to McKenna. McKenna brings the ball forward into Danilo. Danilo into Morgan's gives wide. Tries to feed it back, but it's intercepted. Wan-Bissaka finds Anthony. Bruno makes an overlapping run. Anthony bringing the ball forward here. He's got Weghorst to his left, but he goes out wide to Bruno. Bruno wins the ball into the box, but it's headed away by McKenna. Danilo is there, but if Anthony brings the ball under control, Danilo comes away with the ball. It falls to Scarpa, and the referee pulls it back. Suggestions for signings. Suggestions for signings. I like him. Godfrey from Everton. Godfrey from Everton. Casemiro on the ball here on the shine side. Over the top towards Anthony. Anthony into the pass of Ericsson. Ericsson on the halfway line. Bruno and Val in the box. He plays it across to Bruno. Leaves it, but Worrell is there. And it falls to Morgan Gibbs right here on the halfway line. Bringing the ball forward into the Nottingham Forest half. This game's getting a bit end-to-end, you know. Gets away from Casemiro. Morgan Gibbs right out to the left-hand side towards Scarpa. Lodi makes overlap and runs Scarpa into the box. And it's cleared away by Martinez. Bruno Fernandes on the ball. Out wide to Anthony. Anthony bringing the ball forward here. Into the Nottingham Forest half. Tries to feed in behind to Weghorst, who brings the ball under control here. Into Bruno. Bruno holds onto the ball. Out to the left-hand side. But it's intercepted and it falls to Ericsson. Rashford now. Is he going to hit it? No, he's not. He goes short to Bruno. Bruno backs at Rashford. Rashford gets in the box, but it's overhead and goes out for a goal kick here on the left-hand side. Oh my god, it's a horror game. Never mind, I can't. Woo! I love me a horror game. Is it Deathloop by any chance? Who should I sell? Van der Beek, Maguire. I would sell Maguire if you're getting funds to bring someone else in. If you're selling Maguire, bring in Gvardiol, the Croatian Gvardiol. Bring him in if you're selling Maguire. If you can get the funds. Van der Beek, yeah. If you can bring in someone, go for it. Why not? Maguire, Van der Beek. If it's bringing you funds in, then why not? Why not? Keep Lindelof if you're getting rid of Maguire. It gives Deathloop vibes, not gonna lie. It's just scary Deathloop with vampires and only one life and it's not a loop. Oh, is it there's a title. There's a game with a vampire in the title. I can't remember what it's called. There's a game that's come out with a vampire in it. Martial is a must sell. Yes, yes, yes. Get rid of Martial, Van der Beek, Harry Maguire, Brandon Williams. Get rid of him. Scott McTominay. Lodi on that left-hand side. Give Garnacho an opportunity. Give Hannibal Medri an opportunity. Sign back Ronaldo. Digs to that. Which one? Fat Ronaldo or CR7 Ronaldo? Aurier on the ball here on the left-hand side. 37th minute played. Plays a 1-2 with Freuler. In behind towards Brennan Johnson, who takes it in his stride. Malacia tracking back. Johnson on the edge. Can't get away from Martinez. De Gea picks it up here. Both lol. You might as well with this Manchester United team. Christian Eriksen now. Into Casemiro. Taking it in his stride. Looking for some movement, but there's nothing there up the pitch for Manchester United. And he loses the ball here to Morgan Gibbs White, who brings the ball forward here. 1-on-1 against Martinez. Goes around the outside of Martinez. He holds onto the ball. Cuts it back in on his right foot. Forced that wide. Left foot on the edge of the box towards Danilo. Danilo holds onto the ball here. Urged to shoot by the fans, but he's not having on it. Goes into Freuler. Freuler out to that left-hand side towards Lodi. Lodi left foot into the box, but it's intercepted. And Lindelof is there with the header. Anthony brings the ball under control into Casemiro. Into Weghorst, who holds onto the ball here. Brought down free kick. Manchester United on the centre circle. Did you not just see that shirt pull when Manchester United just lost the ball? I don't know which one you're on about. Bruno. Over the top towards Anthony. Gets there ahead of Lodi. 1-on-1 against him. Cuts in on his left foot. Tries to go around the outside, but he holds onto it. In behind him, Wan-Bissaka, but Scarpa is there. And he hits it off Anthony into a goal. Kicking on the left-hand side. Any games tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. But I'll be back on Friday. Friday there's Manchester City against Arsenal in the FA Cup. Manchester City against Arsenal in the FA Cup on Friday. So nothing tomorrow. I'll be taking a break tomorrow. Scarpa tries to flick it onto Morgan Gibbs White, but he's not there, and it's Casemiro who picks up the loose ball. Into Wan-Bissaka, who holds onto it on the centre circle, short to Ericsson. Intercepted there by Surridge, and it falls to Scarpa here. Goes backwards to Worrell. Worrell into Freuler. Freuler first time into Danilo. Danilo out to that left-hand side towards Lodi, who's got space to bring the ball forward into the Manchester United half. Just over 5 minutes out of 45 to go. Across the middle to Morgan Gibbs White. Back heel to Scarpa. Left foot. And that's rising. And that's rising. And David De Gea there trying to wake up his Manchester United players, because they are not in this game so far. They're just strolling about. What a game to kick off the weekend. You're right, Dixter. You're right. What a game to kick off the weekend. 40th minute played. Forest 0, Manchester United 1. David De Gea on the penalty spot. Into Martinez. Martinez goes short to Lindelof. Lindelof on the right side. Bringing the ball forward here. Into Bruno. Bruno goes backwards to David De Gea. And it's Martinez now. Bringing the ball forward on the centre circle. Again, no movement further up the field. Casemiro goes backwards to David De Gea. Into Martinez. Has time to turn. And he lays it into the path of Bruno on the halfway line. And Bruno brings it into the Nottingham Forest half. Ericsson is short and he finds him. Freuler applying the pressure. Manages to find the pass to Martinez, and Nottingham Forest forcing Manchester United backwards. Lindelof plays a 1-2 with Ericsson. And he comes away with the ball here. Into the Nottingham Forest half. Finds Anthony. Takes on the turn. Into Weghorst. Out wide to Bruno. Bruno, one-on-one against the defender. Cuts it back in on his left foot. Puts the ball into the box. Back post was Casemiro. But it's over here. It goes out for a goal kick. Some stats about this game coming your way. I appreciate that, Clayton. I like Redfall now. I want to play it right now. When's it coming out, Dixter? Have they given you a release date? Lindelof with a header. Freuler wins the second one. Anthony can't get that header, Lodi, but it falls to Casemiro, and he finds Anthony down that right side. Not said yet. Goes backwards to Bruno on the halfway line. Bruno has time to turn. And he goes all the way backwards to Lindelof. May 2nd. Okay. Not far to go. Martinez. Bringing the ball forward here. Again, no movement ahead of him. Goes backwards to Lindelof. Very slow build-up by Manchester United. Goes backwards to Martinez. Sorry, Lindelof. Bringing the ball forward here. Goes out wide to Bruno. Oh, loses the ball to Surridge here, Bruno Fernandes. But he manages to clean up, and it goes out for a goal kick here. It's on Game Pass. Win-win. Bruno Fernandes making the mistake. David De Gea now on the penalty spot. Goes out wide to Lindelof here on the right side. Lindelof into Martinez on the centre circle, bringing the ball forward here for Manchester United. In behind towards Ericsson. Ericsson takes it in his stride. Goes backwards to Malacia. Martinez. Back to Malacia. And he goes back to Lindelof here. Lindelof into Malacia. In behind to Rashford. Ericsson into Rashford. Rashford bringing the ball forward into Bruno Fernandes, who takes on the turn. Gets away from Scarpa. Christian Eriksen. Out wide to Bruno Fernandes. He's got Anthony to his right. Bruno takes a shot from distance. Maybe he shouldn't have. Ten Hag is going to be fuming. Ten Hag is fuming. 44 minutes played. Over the top there. Falls to Martinez. He goes back to David De Gea. Casemiro on the centre circle. Gets away from Morgan Gibbs White. Bruno Fernandes to his right. Weghorst ahead of him. He goes into Anthony. Anthony on the edge of the box. Left foot. Save. Weghorst. Weghorst. Weghorst gets his first goal for Manchester United. And everyone comes over to celebrate. It's not the goal he will have wanted to score, but it's the goal that he will take. It's on the rebound. Casemiro feeds a ball into Anthony, and Anthony takes it on the turn, hits it first time, it's saved by the keeper, but Weghorst is there, and he gets to say his first goal here. Casemiro shrugs off Morgan Gibbs White like he's not there, holds onto the ball, lays it into the path of Anthony, takes it out of his feet, shot is blocked, and is into the back of the net by Weghorst. The question is he onside? Yeah, he's onside. Yeah, I think I'll go Vals. Weghorst gets on the score sheet. Martinez now comes away with a ball here on this left-hand side. On the halfway line, 2 minutes of added time here. When the 46th minute, here we go with Lindelof. Nottingham Forest have progressed from all 6 of their semi-final League Cup games, with this being their first appearance in the Final Four for the first time since 1991 and 1992. Well, they've got a long way to go because it's half-time, and it's Nottingham Forest nil, Manchester United 2, courtesy of that man Marcus Rashford and the new boy Weghorst scoring on I think it's his third game, is it? His third game? Now I'm going to take a break, and I'll see you shortly, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Second half coming up here on Carl Sports Football. Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 0 at the City Ground. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are we all doing? What are predictions for the second half? What are our predictions on the second half? Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Manchester United have won all three of their League Cup meetings with Nottingham Forest, 4-0 in 82, 1-0 in 91, 2-1 in 98. Tottenham hijacking Danjuma. I heard about that. Tottenham hijacking Danjuma from Everton is good, but it's only a 6-month contract. I would have done that, put him on a 6-month contract. That is. Wow, wow, wow. Here we go, Manchester United shooting from left to right. Nottingham Forest from right to left. Forest 0, Manchester United 2. Christian Eriksen goes backwards to Martinez. Out to the left-hand side towards Malacia. Malacia holds onto the ball. Christian Eriksen goes backwards to Malacia. Switches it out to the shine side towards Bruno, who heads it to keep it in play, but it's cleared away by Scarpa. And Lindelof is there to win the header. Goes out for a throwing here down the shine side. Casemiro now heads into path of Eriksen. Goes all the way back to De Gea. De Gea finds Victor Lindelof here down this left-hand side. Backwards to De Gea. De Gea holds onto the ball here. Goes short into Lisandro Martinez. Bringing the ball forward here for Manchester United on 50th minute into the centre circle. Lays it into Christian Eriksen on the halfway line. Out wide to Malacia. Malacia holds onto the ball on the touchline. Comes backwards to Christian Eriksen on the halfway line. 50th minute played. Forest 0, Manchester United 2. Switches it out to the shrine side towards Bruno Fernandes, who brings the ball under control. And he goes backwards to Victor Lindelof. Back to Bruno on the touchline. Lisandro Martinez here, bringing the ball forward into the Nottingham Forest half. Goes out to Malacia down the left-hand side. Malacia into Rashford. Rashford returns it back to Malacia. Can he put the ball into the box? Yes, he does. It's over everyone. Bruno Fernandes. What is he doing, man? Bruno Fernandes needs to chill the fuck out. He gets on the end of this and it looks like he's defending, not attacking. It's not a difficult one. He just needs to chill out. Hennessy now, high up towards Aurier, heads it into the path of Morgan Gibbs White, but it's cleared away. Surridge is there, but De Gea will head it out. Christian Eriksen will try and get there ahead of Danilo. Casemiro can't get there. Brennan Johnson brings it down, but Lindelof clears it away. And it goes up for a throw-in down that left-hand side for Nottingham Forest. Throwing here for Nottingham Forest. Falls to Aurier down the right side. Puts the ball into the box, but it's headed away by Victor Lindelof. Weghorst. Back to Casemiro. It comes off Weghorst into the path of Scarpa. Out to the sector side towards Lodi. Anthony's tracking back. Lodi gets it off his feet. Backwards to Scarpa. Whips the ball onto the edge, but it's headed away by Malacia. Weghorst can't get there ahead of Freuler. Aurier heads into the path of Morgan Gibbs White. Martinez there with a header away. Worrell gets there ahead of the Rashford. It falls to Danilo. Left foot shot into the hands of David De Gea. Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 0. How are we doing? Victor Lindelof now on the ball here on this left side, bringing the ball forward into the Nottingham Forest half. He's still driving with the ball. He's on the edge of the box here. Tries to feed in behind to Bruno, but Danilo is there. Lindelof takes it off him. It falls to Scarpa into Danilo, and it goes out for a Nottingham Forest throwing down the right-hand side. How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester United 2 here on Carl Sports Football. Roberto Martinez is on in the stands. Eriksen with a shot and it hits the crossbar. Falls to Rashford. Worrell is there to clear it. Rashford will try and get there. It falls to Christian Eriksen. And he goes backwards to Marcus Rashford. Into the path of Casemiro, takes on the turn. It goes backwards to Rashford. First time into Anthony, back to Rashford. Takes out his feet. Snapshot into the hands of Hennessy on the right side. Nottingham Forest now restart the game, and Christian Eriksen there with an opportunity. First time onto the crossbar. He caught the keeper napping there. The keeper was ball watching there. Going for that top left corner. But he couldn't get it on target. Here we go with Manchester United. Sorry, has the referee given the free kick to Ori? I don't know. The replay was coming on the TV. But how are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we from? Who do we support? Are we Nottingham Forest fans? Are we Manchester United fans? Or are we fans of football? Let me know in the chat. Martinez now on the touchline. All the way back to David here. Sorry, Lindelof. Lindelof gets away from Surridge and lays it into the path of Casemiro. Out wide to Martinez. First time into Malacia. Malacia gets away from Brennan Johnson and he goes into the path of Christian Eriksen. Here we go with Lindelof out to the left hand side towards Malacia. Malacia into Lindelof. Back to Rashford. Rashford gets past one. Can't get past two. Sergio Aurier is there tracking back. And Rashford's gone down here. Danilo on the ball. Into the middle finds Morgan Gibbs White, who takes on the turn. Drives with the ball here into the Manchester United half. Out to the left hand side towards Scarpa. Who cuts it back. Tries to cut it back again. I can't get away from Anthony. Plays a 1-2 with Lodi. Left foot into the box. Beautifully done, but it's headed away by Martinez. Forced to Morgan Gibbs White, but his shot is straight in the hands of David De Gea. Nottingham Forest 0. Manchester United 55 minutes played here. Martinez now on the pole. Bringing it forward. Squares it into the path of Victor Lindelof here on the halfway line. Victor Lindelof out wide here to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. First time into Casemiro. First time into Anthony. Back to Casemiro. Takes it in his stride. Morgan Gibbs White tracking back. He gets away from him over the top towards Weghorst. But Uri is then he heads it back to Hennessy. Nottingham Forest restart here on the right side. 56 minute played. McKenna. Lodi. Into Scarpa. Wan-Bissaka applying the pressure. Falls to Anthony. Over the top towards Bruno Fernandes. Across. Oh, tries to flick it over Worrell, but it comes off the line and it goes out for a corner here down this right side. Is that going to be a substitution here? Yeah, Marcus Rashford coming off here for Manchester United. Marcus Rashford coming off and Alejandro Garnacho coming on here. Early. 56 minute here. Whips into the box from the corner for Manchester United. Headed away. Anthony keeps it alive here. Out to the right side to the corner taker, Christian Eriksen. Shimmies it onto his left foot. Ball points to the box, but it's cleared away by Danilo. Lodi passes it into the path of Scarpa. But Weghorst is there to win it back. And it's Anthony on the ball here on the right side. Against Surridge. Tries to go down the outside, and he does. Cuts in on his left foot, and he goes backwards to Bruno. Bruno goes short to Lindelof, and Lindelof comes all the way back to the Martinez on the halfway line, switches it over the top towards Bruno. Bruno first time across the middle, but there's no one there for Manchester United, and they clear it away. And it goes up for Manchester United, throwing down that left-hand side. Substitution here for Nottingham Forest. Danilo coming off. And Colback coming on. Malacia goes short to Garnacho returns it back to him. Goes back to Malacia, but it's intercepted there. And it goes up for a Manchester United throwing here on the left-hand side. 58 minutes played. It's been a long 5 minutes, that. It's been a long 5 minutes. It's been a stop-start kind of second half here. Garnacho tries to feed it out. Sorry, Martinez tries to feed it wide, but it goes out for a throwing here for Nottingham Forest. Manchester United throwing here. Falls to Brennan Johnson. Sorry, Morgan keeps wide there with the shot over the bar. 59th minute. I was too busy keeping an eye on my phone here. Casemiro loses the ball to Morgan Gibbs White, and I think it glances over the crossbar. Does it touch the crossbar? No, it doesn't. Forest nil, Manchester United 2. Martinez into Ericsson, but his pass is heavy and allows Surridge to win the ball back, but his pass into Morgan Gibbs White is intercepted by Malacia. Christian Eriksen into Garnacho. Bringing the ball forward here on the left side. Can he keep it in play? He can't. Goes out for a goal throwing here. '60th minute here. Hennessy. Over the top. Headed away by Lindelof. Offside flag goes up. Manchester United restart the game here. Manchester United restart here with Garnacho. Gets away from Aurier. And it goes out for a Nottingham Forest throwing here on the right side. Serge Aurier now to take the throwing. Over the top. Flicked on. And Casemiro heads it away. Aurier now to take the throwing. Into Morgan Gibbs White, but I'm sure that was a foul throw. Casemiro wins it back, but it falls to Scarpa. He gets ahead of Wan-Bissaka, but it's headed away by Malacia. Garnacho can't keep it alive, and he slipped again, Garnacho. Maybe you need to change your feet. No, change your shoes, mate. Goes out for another throwing here on the right side. '62nd minute here. Forest and Manchester United 2, but Forest are not giving up just yet. Martinez now on the pole here. Bringing the ball forward for Manchester United. Out to Ericsson, but it's headed away. And Ericsson brings the ball under control, lays it into the path of Anthony, who loses it to Lodi. And it falls to Colback, and he goes out wide here to Aurier. Maybe Anthony needs to come off, man. You know, he's not doing Brennan Johnson now out wide to Serge Aurier. Very complacent here by Anthony. And Scarpa's there with a shot, but it comes off Wan-Bissaka. And it goes out for a corner down the sector side. '62 minutes played. Forest nil, Manchester United 2. Forest deserve a goal with the way they played. 63rd minute on the clock. Corner whipped into the box. It goes over everyone. Goes out for a goal kick here on the left-hand side. David De Gea there screaming at his players again. He wants them to wake up. God knows what they're doing. Jesse Lingard coming on here. And Dennis. Scarpa is coming off here for Jesse Lingard. And Surridge comes off here for Dennis. Just a bit of pace. Just a bit of pace. That's what he wants. Who, Scarpa? Are you telling the truth? David here to restart here on this left-hand side. Into Martinez. Casemiro out wide to Malacia. Backwards to Martinez here on this left-hand side. Bringing the ball forward here. And he sees a run over the top by Garnacho, but it's headed on by Aurier. Can Garnacho keep it in play? He does. One-on-one against Worrell. He goes backwards to Christian Eriksen. Whips the ball into the box. Oh, and it tries to get on the end of it for Weghorst. It goes out for a goal kick. Someone's gone down here. I think it's Weghorst that's gone down here. Callback will carry on with the game. Out to the left side towards Lodi. Manchester United players need to play to the whistle. Here we go with Jesse Lingard. Backwards to Lodi. Back to Callback. Into Morgan Gibbs White. Freuler on the halfway line goes backwards to Worrell. In behind. But Martinez is there. Goes out for a throwing here on the right side for Nottingham Forest. 65th minute played. Forest nil, Manchester United 2. Worrell. All the way back to the keeper. Hennessy. Out wide here towards Lodi. Lodi brings the ball under control, but it goes out for Manchester United. Throwing 65th minute played. Martinez goes short to Lindelof here. Back to Martinez. Back to Lindelof. Wan-Bissaka's free down the shine side, but it goes into Casemiro. Out wide to Anthony. Sorry, Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka into Anthony. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Gets away from Callback. Feeds it back to Anthony beautifully. And he lays it into Brother Christian Eriksen on the halfway line. And Manchester United come away with the ball into the Nottingham Forest half. Garnacho's free down the left. Anthony makes a run to the middle. He chips it in back post towards Bruno. And Lodi is there and he heads it up for a corner here down that left hand side. 66th minute here on Car Sports Football. 66 minutes here and Manchester United have a corner here. They are 2 goals up here at the City ground. Can they make it 3? Can they make it 3? He'll want to score towards the Manchester United fans. Goes across the middle to Anthony, but it's blocked and the referee pulls it back here for a free kick for Nottingham Forest. Chris Wood, signed on loan from Newcastle United. Cleared away by Lindelof. Flicked on by Bruno. Anthony can't get there. Cleared away by McKenna. Brennan Johnson brings it under control here on the right side. Can't get away from Malacia. Goes up for a Nottingham Forest throwing here. Throwing here. Aurier to take it. Backwards to Freuler. In towards Morgan Gibbs White. Cleared away by Casemiro. Forced to Weghorst. Into Christian Eriksen. Bruno gets the head of Kohlberg. Plays it into Casemiro. Wan-Bissaka back heel into Bruno. And it comes out wide to Christian Eriksen down the side. First time into Anthony. 1-on-1 against Lodi. Colback is tracking back. Left foot. Gets away from him. And he goes across the middle to Casemiro. Takes it out of his feet. Tries to feed him behind to Weghorst, but it's intercepted. And Brennan Johnson comes away with the ball here down the right side. Martinez is there, so is Malacia, but it goes into Lingard, but Martinez is tracking back. And Malacia gets away from the players. He brings the ball forward and finds Weghorst. Out to the right side towards Anthony. Anthony bringing the ball forward here. Bruno makes overlapping run. He's got Weghorst and Garnacho alongside him. He goes left foot. And it goes out wide to Bruno Fernandes here. Out wide to Ericsson. Across the middle, and it comes off Lodi, and it goes out for a corner here down the right side. 69th minute here. Christian Eriksen now to take the corner here down the right side. Christian Eriksen now on the right side. Gives the signal. 69th minute. The 2 goals down. Can they make it 3? Whipped in. Cleared away by Aurier. Casemiro heads it on. Aurier brings the ball under control. And it comes out to the left-hand side towards Dennis. Who gets away from Casemiro. Gets away from Bruno. But he can't get away from Martinez. And he finds Bruno on the halfway line. Switches it over the top towards Garnacho. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. It goes out for a throwing here for Nottingham Forest on that right side. And Dennis is on the ground still. Manchester United with a double substitution here. Oh, Fred and Palestri is coming on. Palestri. Yes. And Fred comes on. So Christian Eriksen comes off. Christian Eriksen comes off here. 70th minute played. And it's Anthony who comes off. So Palestri down the right. Fred and Casemiro in the middle. Yes, mate. Get to see Palestri. One, 4, 8, 12, 16. Wow. Morgan Gibbs White here getting some treatment for Nottingham Forest. Last thing they're going to want to do is get him injured. They'd rather have him fit for the season than this tie. He comes off Morgan Gibbs White here. So Gibbs White and Lodi come off for Williams and O'Brien. Nico Williams. And shit, Nico Williams looks like John Reisinger. Cleared away by Brennan Johnson, headed on by Colback. Martinez can't get there. Lindelof heads it on. Colback gets on the end. Wan-Bissaka keeps it alive. Martinez. Malacia into Casemiro. Takes on the turn. And it's now Fred on the centre circle into Wan-Bissaka. He's got Palestri to his right and he finds it. Palestri holds onto the ball. Into the middle finds Casemiro. Out to that left-hand side towards Garnacho. Garnacho 1-on-1 against Aurier. Couple of step overs. Again holds onto it. Malacia makes a up and run. He goes backwards to Fred. Fred into Garnacho, takes on the turn, but he's brought down. Referee says nothing. Aurier comes away with a ball with callback. Out wide to Aurier. Gets round the outside of Malacia. Into the middle there towards Dennis. Dennis takes on the turn. Williams makes the whole up and run down the left side. If he can find him, he does. Palestri tracking back. Williams 1-on-1 goes round the outside of Palestri. And he's headed on by Jay Lings, and he goes out for a goal kick down the left hand side. 74th minute here. Forest nil, Manchester United 2. Ten Hag will have liked another goal here. He'd like another goal. Martinez. David here. Goes short to Martinez on the left hand side. Martinez bringing the ball forward here. Squares it into the path of Lindelof. Lindelof now bringing it forward. Into Weghorst. Out wide to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka on the halfway line into Palestri. Palestri gets away from Nico Williams. He holds onto the ball here. He's brought down. Goes out for a Nottingham Forest throwing. He thought he may have got a free kick there, but the referee's having none of it. Unai Emery there, Aston Villa head coach. I wonder who he's looking at. Nico Williams with a throwing into callback. First time into Williams, who takes it in his stride. Goes out wide, but it's intercepted there by Garnacho, and he puts his head down and he tries with the ball here. But he can't get it out of his feet, and Aurier wins it back, and Warren will just clear it down the line. And Malacia is there to keep it alive. Martinez. Lindelof on the turn. Martinez into Casemiro. Backwards to Martinez. On this left-hand side. Goes short to Weghorst on the halfway line. Backwards to Lindelof. Martinez. Fred. Back to De Gea. Manchester United just slow the game down. They're not rushing it now. They're 2 goals up. Weghorst into Fred on the centre circle. Finds Casemiro. Casemiro has time to turn. Wan-Bissaka's free down the side, but it goes into Palestri. Palestri now puts his head up. Brings it central into Fred. Fred. Out to Bruno. Bruno out to the left side towards Malacia. 1-on-1 against Aurier. Lays it into Bruno. Bruno on the turn. Towards Weghorst, but it's intercepted. And Bruno goes back to Lindelof. Out wide here to Wan-Bissaka. Palestri makes a running behind, but it goes short to Casemiro. Back to Wan-Bissaka. And he goes into the middle of Lissandro Martinez. Aaron Wan-Bissaka looks so much more controlled and in possession of the ball now. Where's this player been? Fred. Into Lindelof. Back to De Gea. Goes short to Martinez. Holds onto it here. Out to the left hand side towards Fred. Feeds the ball over the top towards Garnacho. Can he keep it in play? Worrell is there to head it out for a Manchester United throwing. 77th minute played. Forest nil, Manchester United 2. Malacia now to take the throwing here. First time to Casemiro. Finds Fred. Takes on the turn. Takes in his stride. Takes a shot. It's over the bar. Malacia there telling Brennan Johnson. Long kick over the top. Palestri's in behind here. Nico Williams tracking back. He goes around the outside with some beautiful pull in there. Goes out for a goal kick. 78th minute played. Aurier with the flick on. Headed away by Fred. Martinez is there, but the referee's going to pull it back here for a free kick on Aurier. He just lands awkwardly. What did Malacia do there? That's bullshit. Hennessy now with the ball here on the Shine side. Long ball over the top towards Sergio Aurier, who brings the ball under control. First time into Brennan Johnson. Goes around the outside of Martinez into callback. But it's over here, and De Gea will let that go out for a goal kick on the left-hand side. 79 minutes played. Forest nil, Manchester United 2. Fred. Out wide to Garnacho. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. Goes out for a throwing here. Hennessy with a long kick over the top. Martinez heads it away. Garnacho can't keep it in play. Goes out for a Forest throwing here. 80th minute played. Just under 10 to go here, plus added time. Aurier to take the throwing. And it's intercepted there by Fred. Tries to feed it into Palestri, but Nico Williams is there. Comes back with some McKenna. And he goes all the way back to the keeper Hennessy. He clears it down the line. Wan-Bissaka can't win the header. Jesse Lingard will try and run it down, but Manchester United win the throwing here. Wan-Bissaka to take the throwing. Weghorst tries to flick it on, but it falls to Lingard. Wan-Bissaka's there. Goes out for a Nottingham Forest throwing here. Taken quickly by Nico Williams. Into callback. Tries to feed it behind, but Wan-Bissaka's there. And he's brought down there, and it's going to be a free kick for Manchester United. 82 minutes played. Forest still Manchester United 2. Manchester United restart here on the left-hand side. 82 minutes played. Can they get a third? A third just gives them that cushion. Gives Ten Hag something to play with in terms of rotation. Lindelof bringing the ball forward. Out to the shine side towards Wan-Bissaka. Into the middle towards Weghorst, but Bruno's not there. And Worrell goes all the way back to the keeper. Hennessy. Down the line. Wan-Bissaka brings the ball under control. Gets away from Jesse Lingard. Gets away from Dennis. And Weghorst goes back to Casemiro. Lindelof into Martinez. Back to Lindelof. Casemiro. Out wide to Wan-Bissaka. Sorry, Palestri. Being held up by Nico Williams. But his pass is straight to the path of Williams. And Martinez is there to cover. Nico Williams now. Goes back and gets away from Palestri with ease. And he's brought down but on the edge of the box. It's a free kick here on the left-hand side. He's going to get a yellow card for that, surely. Yellow card here for the young lad Palestri. Facundo Palestri. 7 players in the box here for Nottingham Forest. Is there going to be a last minute goal here for Nottingham Forest to give them something to work with in the next game of the Carabao Cup second leg? Nico Williams to give the signal. Back post, but it's headed away. Garnacho will hold on to the ball here. Gets away from callback. And he's brought down, and it's going to be a free kick. Manchester United on the left-hand side. Garnacho does brilliantly there to win the free kick. It looks like Elanga's going to be coming on here for Manchester United. Coming on here for Weghorst. So does Bruno go through the... No, I don't even know what's going on there. David Ahead to restart the game here. Long kick over the top. Looks like Elanga's playing through the middle. Casemiro into Fred. Fred spins away from Freuler. Backwards to Malacia. First time into Garnacho, but it's cleared away. It falls to Jay Lings, who hits it over the top towards Williams. Lindelof is tracking back. And he gets the head of Williams, who does well. Malacia. Fred. Back heel into Elanga, but it's intercepted there by Aurier. Comes off the Manchester United player. Goes out for a Nottingham Forest throwing here. Taken quickly. Fred is there. A free kick. '86th minute here. Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester United 2. They need to get a ball into the box here. Is Brennan Johnson still on the pitch? I think so. Nottingham Forest with a free kick here. They've got height to aim for, but it goes over everyone. And Johnson goes out wide. Oh, it is Brennan Johnson's on the field. Garnacho now on the ball. Manchester United counter here on the left-hand side. And Fred goes all the way back to Martinez. Short to Casemiro. Malacia. Back to Casemiro. Martinez. Manchester United just moving the ball about now. Lindelof. Plays a 1-2 with Malacia. Returns the ball back to him. Malacia on the centre circle. Out to the left-hand side towards Bruno. In behind to Garnacho here on the left-hand side. 1-1 against Colback. Worrell. He goes backwards to Bruno. Bruno, right foot. He's not going to take a shot from distance, is he? No, he's not. He's going to go back to Casemiro. Fred. Gets away from the players, but he loses the ball to Aurier. He gets away from Garnacho, but Fred wins it back here. Manchester United have an opportunity. In behind to Palestri. Palestri 1-1 the keeper. Oh, and Hennessy gets there. Hennessy just about gets there. Big opportunity there for Manchester United to make it 3-0. Hennessy now. 88th minute here. Clayton's back. How you doing, Clayton? Bruno now on the centre circle, bringing the ball forward. In behind to Palestri. Palestri's 1-on-1 with the keeper. Nico Williams does well. But it falls to Elanga. Elanga out wide here to Bruno. First time shot. So Bruno. 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 3-0 here on Cal Sports Football. And that is what was needed. And there's a Stewart gone down here. Struggling. Bruno there with a goal. Imagine, look at the stands broken. The stands broken. They need to be careful there. They need to be careful there. Yeah, Palestri's on side there. Oh, beautifully done. Beautifully done. 3-0 here on the 89th minute. Casemiro back with Lindelof here. 90th minute. Clayton, how you doing? Wan-Bissaka heads it into Palestri. But it comes off the Nottingham Forest player and Nico Williams to take the throwing here. Goes backwards. And it goes all the way back to the keeper here on the Shine side. Williams on the halfway line. Heads it into the path of Casemiro. Takes on the turn. He switches it over the top towards Alejandro Garnacho. But Ori is there to win the header. Worrell now on the Shine side. Random for the advertising boards for advertisers on Rubik's Cube. I didn't even see that. Rubik's Cube on the advertisers. What I don't understand is why is it such a small board in front of the Manchester United fans? Why is that the case? You should have a full boarding there. What are you doing? Wan-Bissaka now on the ball. Comes off Williams. It goes out for a throwing here on the sector side for Manchester United. 3 minutes of added time. Martinez on the sector side. Back to Lindelof. He'll have Martinez short. He just holds on to it here. Goes short to Martinez. Nottingham Forest fans are going away. All the way back to Lindelof. De Gea. First time into Martinez, who takes on the turn backwards to Lindelof. Out wide to Martinez, who gets away from callback. Over the top. Is there someone in behind? Is it Palestri? And when Hennessy gathers it in his hands. Here we go with Nico Williams. And he goes backwards to Kenny. Worrell. Into the middle towards Freuler on the halfway line. Intercepted there by Martinez. But it falls back to Freuler. Manchester United win it back with Bruno. Tries the first time pass to Garnacho, but it's intercepted there by Worrell. And he comes backwards here to McKenna, who clears it down the line. We've got 30 seconds to go. Can Manchester United get another one? Aurier on that right side. On the edge towards Williams. Out of his feet. Shot blocked. Corner here on that right side for for Nottingham Forest. Corner taken near post. Headed away. But it clears it. And that's that, ladies and gentlemen. That's full time here on Cal Sports Football at Manchester United. Give themselves a 4-hole in this tie. 3-0 here. Goals by Rashford, Weghorst, and Bruno Fernandes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a break tomorrow. So I'll see you back on Friday, where we have Manchester City taking on Arsenal. Until next time, love yourselves. Love your neighbor. Love yourself. I said that. Love the game. Look after yourselves. See you next time. Peace.